Greg is not late. Greg is not late. Greg is not late. We're right on time. We're perfect. There's 5 seconds right here. We're literally on time today. Literally on time. Look, the auction hasn't even started. Hasn't even started. Welcome in, everybody. There's no time for a quick intro today. I'll tell you that much.
$80.
No time for intro here. Starting off with ET 7.0A Plus on Atari. Wow. What a freaking week for the hobby, hey? This is nuts. The day we never thought would come actually came. VGA published their pop reports. Yeah, pop the frickin' cork for VGA pop reports, hey? ET closing at $150 there. I'll go ahead and post the Heritage Live auction there as well in the chat if you guys want to join in, bid on some stuff, follow along.
$32.
What have you guys seen? Did you have a chance to go through the pop reports? What do we think so far? Of course, I released a YouTube video just giving a brief overview of everything. What have we seen? What have you guys seen on the pop reports? Unfortunately, right now, I believe they're down. Yeah. So, very short-lived. Very short-lived. They should come back up soon. I know some guys in the Discord were doing some digging around. So, I'm guessing that's why it was taken down. I am a surface level searcher, right?
$48.
I use it like a normie. Some of those other guys dig a lot deeper, so for right now, it is down.
$50.
It should be back up. I'm really hoping it's back up in like 24 hours, right? But if you haven't had a chance to look, you will have to wait just a little bit longer, unfortunately. Yeah, they're down on maintenance already. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go. Did I get what email, Gary? What email should I have gotten? I don't think I got any emails. This was Qbert there, 7.0 NS on Atari, going for 77 bucks. This is a cutout for the Art Fair and Atari 1982 for Atari Star Raiders.
$2.
Kind of cool. Sold for 32 bucks. Maybe someone grabbed it. I mean, not expensive. What are these? CGC graded LSI game mini cards Japanese. Golf on Intellivision and FL Drag. I don't know what these are. 35 bucks for the 2 cards there. Dragon Warrior 7.0A plus first print. I believe on the VGA pop report there were 9 first print Dragon Warriors. So very, very, very small population of this on VGA as well. And that was one of the big things there that I noticed on the pop reports is, yeah, a lot of the Marios, Zeldas, Pokemons, they have numbers that we probably expected, right? But then you go to something like Dragon Warrior, which is even a really popular game, but like 9? It's really low. And just going through a bunch of titles that aren't, you know, the most popular thing, in the whole history of VGA, yes, there are a lot of very high-grade stuff because a lot of people that were submitting to VGA, like if you go back, you know, 2008 to 2015, even 2016, in that period of time, if you were sending something for grading, you were literally sending the best of the best. You weren't sending in VGA 80s, 80 plus, especially a 75, right? You were sending in 85 plus, 90, 95, like you were sending in the best of the best. So VGA does have on their pop reports a lot of really nice stuff. Now, even amongst those, it's not like every single game has a 95, not at all. So even at those super high grades on super sought-after titles, it's not like, you know, there's 10 95s of every game that exists out there. But a lot of really good stuff just doesn't have population that exists. I guess I'm, like, underwhelmed? Might be the word. Underwhelmed by the amount of volume? The overall volume isn't that high, is what I noticed so far. I only had 1 day to search, just like all you guys, so that was the one thing I was looking at there. But I'm curious what you guys saw. Obviously, everyone's been digging around for their own stuff, looking at different stuff.
$6.
What have you guys seen? What was interesting? You literally went to look up one game and you finally got a chance to sit down and do it. Did you get your Discord about the original FF8? It's sold now, but it was a cool game. T. Lee, I'll have to check. I'll check my Discord messages after this. You might have went to the, like, request portion or whatever.
$9.
The past is
$10.
precedent. VGA will have the Pops back up in 15 years. You didn't think your 6-year-old was
$12.
listening to you all this time? You told him yesterday that VGA Pops came out and he got all excited and said, people can finally know what they're buying. Wow, your 6-year-old is in way too deep.
Fair warning.
Your 6-year-old is in way too deep, big box. That's crazy.
$1.
Welcome in, Feed the Gods.
$16.
The Pops might not even be 100% accurate. Some of them look sus AF. I did notice that too with the Pop reports. Like, one that stood out to me was Budokai 3 Limited Edition. I know for a fact that there is either an 85 or an 85 plus out there because it auctioned on eBay, but the Pop report didn't have it on it.
Fair warning.
So I don't know if there's just like, I don't know. I did notice some inconsistencies myself. It seems to be, like not a lot, you know what I mean? Not a lot stood out to me as being wrong or inconsistent, but it's absolutely possible with this first draft of the Pop reports.
$30.
Can't talk. With this first draft, with them just coming out, it is 100% possible. They still need to comb data, fix things, you know what I mean?
Fair warning.
100% possible that we're going to have to see this Pop report keep getting refined, keep getting better.
$1.
How did a DBZ card get in here? I don't know. Kind of odd. We had a Gem Mint 10 there. Goku and friends. This is the type of junk purchase right here that this is the kind of stuff I gravitate towards. $51 there for a PSA 10 on that. 2 CGC cards again here.
Fair warning.
I don't know what these ones are either, to be completely honest with you guys. They sold for $55. Super Star Power Super Mario Emblem sticker? Maybe not a sticker. 8.5 here sold for $39. Group lot of 4 Nintendo stickers for $47. These are PAL grid-lined notebooks. Notebooks right here.
Fair warning.
For PAL. Kind of interesting. Then we're just about at Super Nintendo games here. This is a huge lot of 100 miscellaneous manuals, maps, catalogs, just trading cards in here. Just a whole smattering of ephemera? Ephemera. That sounds like the right word. Just a whole smattering of it.
$40.
The mega low Japanese Pokemon Pops was not surprising, but you wish you had a chance to buy before this came to light. It's actually Gyarados with the Japanese Pokemon populations. I was surprised just how many gold there are. Wasn't there like 150 plus Pokemon Gold? I think Crystal had 93, which we know is pretty common.
$550.
I was surprised just how many gold there were. And I think in the same breath, Pokemon Silver had like none. The Pokemon Pop reports were interesting. Even Pokemon Ruby, right? This is what I'm saying with like, the Pop reports are pretty underwhelming. Pokemon Ruby. Great game, right? Like, not rare. People should be submitting Pokemon games. Pokemon Ruby is a Pop 49. Like, that's pathetic. You know, that's nothing. There's nothing there.
Fair warning.
So, it's really interesting in that way to just put... Obviously, like, 49 isn't reflective that Ruby is available. They're out there, but, like, man, if you're looking for a VGA copy, it's like, shoot, there's only 50.
Fair warning.
That was the same with Pokemon Stadium when I looked it up. Like, there's 50. Some of this stuff, like, you're just not going to... It's very hard to find VGA copies of a lot of games, believe it or not. Like, the Wata Pop report, in a lot of ways, is already thicker.
Fair warning.
Yo, Joe Migraine, welcome in. Did VGA say if the Pop is updated real time? I don't know, Elijah. I don't know if this is a date stamp or if it's a real-time update. Do not know. This lot of ephemera here, ephemera, is pushing. This is up to $1,500. What's in here? Now I feel like I'm missing something. Is it the Nintendo World Championship? What is that right there? What do we got? What is this? What is that? Is that signed by someone? Who's that signed by? What's in here?
Fair warning.
Play I Spy with me. Where's $2,000? Fun Club stuff.
Next lot. $140. $180.
I'm just really surprised that it's pushing. We got a Road to Glory box in there. That's pretty freaking...
Fair warning.
2 Road to Glory boxes. It's on the page 2.
$190.
Read the description. Does the description have more info or what?
$220.
Maps, coveted Mike Tyson letter, Dragon Warrior map. Oh, it's signed by Thor Ackerland, okay?
Fair
Yeah,
warning.
I mean, shoot. I didn't expect it to get so much love. $1,500.
Next lot.
Oof.
$440.
A real sale right there. Into Super Nintendo, and this is going to be the bulk of this week's auction. There's a lot of really good Super Nintendo
Fair
stuff
warning.
up for auction today, so SNES people rejoice. Once again, you are
Next
gifted
lot.
here with great games. Starting off with Dr. Franken,
$160.
9.48 for 250. The Art of Fighting, 9.08 plus, went for 525.
$180.
Only 3 on the pop report there. Jeez. First time at Heritage on Art of Fighting, 525 bucks.
Fair warning.
Battle Cars 9.48 plus is a Wada Pop 6 here.
Next lot.
You just consigned your second game with Heritage today, but you'll only be in the August signature. Hey,
$340.
that doesn't sound so bad. Doesn't sound so bad. Congrats, Marty. Hopefully it goes good for you. Battle Cars went for $212.50. $50. The Brainies 9.28 plus. You consigned your matte sticker Super Mario Bros. 7.0. Yeah, there we go. That'll do good.
Fair warning.
You had some of those Nintendo stickers as a kid.
$20.
Yeah, but you heard about gold having cases floating around while silver did not? Yeah, for sure. Like, I knew gold had population that
Fair
exists,
warning.
Pokemon Gold. I'm just surprised the disparity is that big, you know what I mean? We're talking like 30
$460.
copies versus almost 200 copies between gold and silver Japanese. That's kind of wild.
Fair warning. $480.
The Brainies description makes
$500.
little sense. One copy on the June 23 newly graded copy really stand out. First time offering the game.
Fair
What's
warning.
wrong with the description here? It's a Pop 2,
$550.
and this is the highest graded copy, 9.28 plus. You think it's real time. You have a one of one that was just graded. Okay, there we go. So Big Box kind of confirming that should be a real-time pop report with VGA there.
Fair
VGA
warning.
Pop Report has made you a hypothetical millionaire. Good to hear there's some winners. Some winners out there with the VGA Pop Report. Like I said, there's absolutely going to be some of you guys now that have like
Fair
super
warning.
special stuff, right? Pop 1 highest grade. Now you can confirm
Next
that.
lot.
Now you can ask that 10 times
$70.
premium. The
$240.
premiums for the Pop 1 highest grades. The Brainies closed at $718.75. Man, oh man. It's so fun seeing these like niche, these very niche Super Nintendo titles
Fair
get some
warning.
love out here. Fred Hall Hockey 95 is a
$320.
9.88 plus. Whew.
$340.
Pushing its way up to over $400 here.
$380. $400.
Yeah, how many Marios do you have? That's how you become the millionaire.
$420.
How many Marios do you have?
Fair warning.
You don't understand how the card companies can link their pop reports. They are
Next
updated
lot.
when cards are graded. Why can't the video game companies? I don't know.
$85.
Like, I don't know.
$95.
I don't know. Wada Games is even under the exact same umbrella as PSA.
$110.
So, like, whatever
$130,
technology PSA uses to
$100,
auto-update their cards, like,
$220,
Wada should be able to get the
$240.
exact same stuff. They're in the same building. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a tech guy. I can't tell you why they can't just auto-update. Why do we always get snippets? I don't know.
$280.
It's an interesting question, though. Fred Hull Hockey 95, $500 for the 9.88 plus. Bust a Move 9.08. Only one copy on the Nintendo Pop Report.
$320.
First time at auction here as well. Jeez. Yeah, damn. 9.08. Pop 1, first time at Heritage. Your Metal Gear Solid on PC is 1 of 2 on the Pop Report, and yours is an 85 plus. Beautiful.
Fair warning.
It's about time VGA got a Pop Report? Yes. Yes, it is. You just need VGA CDC WADA to tell each other when they cross a copy of the game to make the Pop Reports more accurate. Blue Smoke Gamer, there is a WADA crossover that exists. WADA crossover blog? How do I get this?
Fair warning.
WADA Games crossover consensus? Is it this? Why is it just blank? Is it broken?
$440.
Like there is WADA Games at least did. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'll post this in chat for you, Blue Smoke. You can go through this. It's not perfect still, unfortunately, but
fair warning.
WADA Games was keeping the certifications of like VGA grades that came in, so you can see like PS2 Dark Cloud VGA 85. It was smashed, sent to WADA, right? So WADA did go out of their way to keep what was coming in and publish what they have cracked and, you know what I mean? What no longer exists. So Kid Icarus here, you can see 3 90s were smashed. So if you look at the VGA pop report for Kid Icarus on Game Boy, 3 of those 90s no longer exist. The only issue with this crossover data still is that it won't reflect stuff that was smashed prior to grading. So if I take a VGA game, I smash it at home and then send it, it will not be reflected. But still, it's better than nothing. Better than nothing.
Fair warning.
So yeah, you can just Google WADA crossover VGA, whatever like that. I don't know if VGA deactivates them. I don't know if VGA holds the same data. I don't know if CGC is doing the same. I can't speak to any other company about that. But at least if WADA is doing it, like, you know, it's it's big. It's something. Thank God they are, right? It's something. This bust a move, holy shit. It's busting its way over $1,000, looking for $1,250. 9.0A Pop 1.
1,100.
Oh, looking for $1,375. Bust a move. I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of like, man.
Next lot.
Jeez, people showed up for this. Like I said, seeing these niche SNES titles get love, it's like, jeez, man. Pop 1, first time at Heritage, $1,250 for Bust a Move.
95.
Anyone out there have a factory sealed Bust a Move? Wow. 9.68 plus F1 Rock, Race of Champions. Oh, excuse me. Pushing its way up over $150 here. This is a Pop 5.
Fair warning.
Oh, it's Pop 6. This is the nicest one that exists now.
Next lot.
Nicest copy of F1 Rock on the WADA Pop Report for $162.50 into Jurassic Park, 9.6B plus actual Japan copy. 8 copies of the actual Japan one here. First print Jurassic Park. Closes at $575 into Madden 96, 9.4A plus, highest graded copy out of 12. Very nice Super Nintendo stuff tonight.
Fair warning.
The same sports cards have been cracked and resubbed hundreds of times, so pops will never be accurate. WADA tracking VGA crosses should have come with the cross grades, so WADA can prove themselves that their grading scale is garbage. WADA tracking VGA crosses should have come with the cross grades, so WADA can prove themselves that their grading scale. Are you saying, I don't know if you're saying WADA can prove VGA is garbage? I assume that's what you're saying there?
$160. $170.
You always let WADA know if you've cracked your case and sent it to someone else? Anyway else gonna do this? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, I'll be completely honest, Fletch. I'm a lazy piece of shit. I've cracked VGA games, I've resubbed, I've sent to WADA. I have not relayed everything I've broken out. You know, I'm not helping the cause, to say the least. I am not helping things. Madden 96, 9.4A plus goes for $300 there. Nobunaga's Ambition was a 9.6A plus for $475 into Plock. 9.4A plus, highest graded copy out of 7. Again, the highest graded copy is coming out here. Over time, the pops tend to get corrected by the community when the amount of crosses we have in coins, for example, at the top end, both NGC and PCGS reports are 95% or so accurate. Yes. And at least, hopefully, Cristiano, at the very top, we can have accurate numbers. Especially with, like, people track this very, very, very closely. People, like, as far as the Pokemon top pops go, just to give you guys an example, if we talk about, like, VGA 95, 95 plus, WADA 9.8A plus plus, there are people literally making spreadsheets and tracking ownership of these items. So, if we talk about the very tippy top, your highest pop stuff, that's going to be pretty darn accurate and pretty darn tracked. It's all the middle fluff that gets, you know, it's all the, like, VGA 80 through 85 plus. It's not going to be as nice, you know? That stuff's going to be a lot murkier.
$85, $90, $95, $100, $110.
Yeah, Bust-A-Move frickin' did good, Hamster. Real nice Bust-A-Move. You got an 85 plus Bust-A-Move back in 2019 for $400. Jonathan, consign today. Like, time to cash that out. Yo, Justin Udell, I appreciate you, man.
Fair warning.
You just love the new gen WADA cases? They're your favorite? Hey, with the WADA cases as well, new news I just saw on Discord. Rick posted a picture
Fair warning.
that the Wada case might have built-in wells now. Frick, can I find it?
Next
Where is it in
lot.
Discord? Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord.
$240.
Link in the description of the video here.
$280.
The new Wada case looks like it has wells now in it to protect corners.
$480.
Probably in Wada grading here? Yeah, look at this. It looks like it has the structured corner.
Fair warning.
Look at that. So the technology is
$550.
advancing. Copying CGC there, Wada looks like they have introduced wells to protect
Fair
the corners of games. Terminator 8.0B+, first time at Heritage.
Next lot.
Closing at $625. This is really cool. Terminator 2 as well, 9.2A+. This is a Japan copy of the game here as well. Only 9 copies on the Pop Report.
Fair warning. $420.
You got 9.8A++ on the Die Hard. Whoa.
Fair warning.
You got your first CGC
Next
return
lot.
today. You're probably the only person in the world who owns graded
$120.
copies of Zootopia on 3 different formats. But you love CGC cases, you'll use them for your next
$130.
games. That's what we like to hear, Skull. Yeah, you've submitted with both WADA CGC now, so fair enough.
$160. $180. $200. $220. $240.
Just getting caught up on you guys here, talking about doctoring
Fair
coins
warning.
now. You guys are going in deep. Judgment 2, Terminator 2,
$260.
Judgment Day, $500 there for the 9.2A+. Vegas Stakes, actually an early production copy of this game. You're probably looking at this and you're like, hey, Vegas Stakes is one of the most
warning.
available, case-fresh, cheapest games that exists on Super Nintendo, right? There's actually an early
Next
production
lot.
copy, and that's this one that just
$3,
sold. $312.50. It does not have an ESRB on the front of the game. So there is no E for everyone on this. When you see when you see Vegas Stakes factory
$12.
sealed, there were cases and cases and cases of this game. But the cases are all,
$16.
I think all of them are later production copies. I guess we can just take a peek at the Wada Pop Report quick here.
$18.
I'm pretty positive that Vegas Stakes only exists as
Fair warning.
a case-fresh game with later production copies.
Next lot.
Yes, there's only 3.
$1.
The early
$2.
print of Vegas Stakes is a Pop 3. That was the highest copy that sold right there. $312.50, highest graded copy. So just a little fun
$4.
thing for, you know, all 10 of you that care about
$8.
Vegas Stakes.
$10.
Group lot of 2 Mario cards there went for $45. This is a Civalian poster from Tato
warning.
1988. I don't know what game Civalian is.
Next
Designed
lot.
it's released by Tato.
$360.
$38 for it. Into Game Boy with the Amazing Spider-Man 9.2B+.
$400.
You always say collect what you love. Cheers for Zootopia. Yeah, that's Skull giving us way too much info there. You know the type of people that are into Zootopia. You know the type of people who are into Zootopia. That's too much information right there.
Fair warning.
Yeah, Skate Soup, big time
Next
top
lot.
pop SNES vibe tonight.
$28. $50.
Amazing Spider-Man, $687.50 into Adventure
$60.
Cool Time Spot. The other big news here.
$70.
The other really big, I should timestamp the other
$80.
big news here so people can pop in if they just want to hear about this. But another, like going back to the Castlevania find.
$90.
We knew it was an estate sale find, right? The Kid Icarus, the Castlevania, Burger Time,
$100.
Trojan, those games that went to eBay came from an estate
$120.
find in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, I believe. Is that how you say that? But from this find now, we have this big article published today by collect.com. It's a brand new website that's going to track
Fair
big
warning.
information in collectibles. It's ran by very serious people. This article
Next
here is written
lot.
by Will Stern.
$460.
I can't remember who Will Stern is. He is also a very big up person in this world of collectibles and stuff. But anyways,
Fair
coming
warning.
from this find of the Castlevania, we have Heritage Auctions
Next
now
lot.
coming out and saying that they went out to this
$500.
person's place, this big find, and yeah, it's even more crazy than we ever could have expected. So going through each box and finding each was like a
$650.
treasure hunt. I'll never forget seeing that perfect sticker seal
$700.
Urban Champion or this super clean first print Metroid and Sega games. So in this picture here, we have Urban Champion, sticker seal, gloss seal, first print, Legend of Zelda, TM, factory seal, first print, Metroid, hang tab, first print, Bubble Bobble. Who cares about Bubble Bobble in that picture? But we're talking, like, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of games are going to be coming to Heritage Auctions in
$65.
I'll post the article in the chat here if you guys want to read it. It's a really big article.
Remember
goes
to
into more
click the
detail
like
about it. But
for our guy Greg.
Cristiano, you're still in the chat here. Good. That's who I was quoting. He's in the chat here. But are these coming to the summer signature, or where can we get? Like, where is this going to be its own auction? What is happening with this? Mega Man X here, factory sealed. I'm assuming this is part of the find as well. That's a Japan print right there. It's just, it's insane.
$40.
Absolutely insane. So the Kid Icarus and the Castlevania, unbelievably, were the tip of the iceberg. Brand new Zelda. Brand new Zelda TM right there.
$3. $60.
Like, this is, you know, just, man, bigger than we ever could have expected.
Fair warning.
And a lot of this stuff looks like mint. Like, nice.
Next lot. $60.
Yeah, Blue Smoke. That's what I was thinking, too. That could be its own frickin' auction. So all that stuff is going to go to CGC, and it's going to be pedigreed as the Fort Worth collection. If you guys saw the Castlevania, it was CGC graded. He has since sent that back and got the pedigree label on it as well. So all that stuff there, CGC, pedigree.
$12.
Man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I want to sit down with Evan and maybe I can get the full scoop on it.
$24.
Because it just sounds wild. One of the most fun days you've had in a while. I believe you, man. August. Oh, it's in the August signature. Gotcha. August 22nd to 24th. The August signature is gonna be absolutely juiced. Oh my god. The August signature is gonna be absolutely juiced. That's wild. So
fair warning.
None of the stuff's graded yet, James.
$44.
Oh, the Kid Icarus. Don't know. We don't know where the Kid Icarus went. At least I don't. I don't think the buyer has come out publicly yet. But new old stock doesn't exist in the wild. Nobody ever believed me. I mean, that's the fun of it, Odin. The thing about new old stock or finding brand new video games is I think a lot of people, when they talk about like, oh, we're going to find all these factory sealed games, they're talking about finding like 40 copies of Mario 64. You know what I mean? Or we're going to find a whole warehouse of Metroid hang tab. The thing is, if you're talking about any random factory sealed game, right? If that's your net, if your net is massive, like, hey, are we going to find more factory sealed NES games in the future?
$2.
Yes, we are, right? It might be one copy of Ghosts and Goblins. It might be one copy of Kid Icarus, one copy of Castlevania.
$3.
That type of stuff absolutely still exists, right? We're not going to find
$4.
20
$5,
copies of a single title.
$7, $8, $9,
but
$10,
the people out there who still have this stuff just hanging around, that's still going to exist. Yeah, it's the Dallas Fort Worth pedigree is what it's being called.
Fair warning.
Dallas Fort Worth pedigree. Yeah, Gyarados sounds good.
$1,100.
Sounds good, Gyarados. I will. Pokemon Heart Gold, written DS here. Sorry, I had to give you guys the lowdown on this because that's like
fair warning.
That's big news. Heart Gold sitting at looking for $1,250. Oh, looking for $1,500 here. 85 plus big box. Looking for $1,500. And with the VGA pop report, you can now check stuff like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, right? One of the biggest things with the VGA pop report is we could never look at big box stuff. Anything custom sized, PC, controllers, all of that weird stuff now you can look up. Well, you can't look it up right now because the pop report's down, but once the pop report's back up again, you can look that stuff up, and that's pretty awesome.
Next
you can finally see just how many Heart Golds are out there. Same with Soul Silver. Here's a VGA 90. Heart Gold closing at $1,500. Soul Silver looking for $1,625 here. You had a factory sealed copy of Toe Jam and Earl for Genesis that you found years ago at a grad sale, but you messed up and sold it to a friend for $400. Didn't Toe Jam and Earl sell for like $40,000 during the boom, during the bubble? Didn't Toe Jam and Earl have an absolutely insane sale?
Fair warning.
That hurts, Poker Face. That hurts. That stings.
Next lot. $2.
Soul Silver going for $1,625. Mario Party the top 100. 9.48 plus Canadian version, eh?
$6. $8.
Toe Jam was insane, but it was after the bubble. What year was that? Like what? August 2022,
$12.
maybe?
$14.
Something like that? Was it 2023? Jeez.
Fair
You haven't been able to see the pop since it first popped. Warehouse finds and
Next
wacky
lot.
what if collections all the same.
$240.
What I mean is that this collection was deliberate. Yes. Yeah, this collection was deliberate. The thing,
Fair
like,
warning.
a lot of the finds, it
$260.
seems, are like store overstock. So when you find
$280.
store overflow, it's usually not going to be premium stuff, right? Because a store could
Fair
sell
warning.
premium stuff. That's why it's almost impossible for Mario 64 to exist out there.
Next lot.
Is because Mario 64 actually
$260.
sold. It was, early in the life cycle, and if we're ever gonna find Mario 64 in
Fair
high
warning.
quantity, the odds of it being player's choice,
$280.
the later release, are infinitely higher than
$300.
finding a black label case of Mario 64.
$340.
It's not impossible, but do you know what I mean?
$400.
Generally speaking, overflow or these finds include later release stuff or stuff that didn't sell as well.
$550.
Mario Bros. Wii 9.88 plus going for $325. Nintendo Power Super C. That's cool. Super C, one of my favorite NES games. 9.4 here. None higher. Highest graded copy. Jesus, pushing its way up to almost $800 here. Looking for $800 on the bid. Let's go Super C. Wow.
Next lot.
Closing at $750. 9.4 Nintendo Power number 12. Highest graded copy. Woof. Into Rescue Rangers 9.2, Nintendo Power 14 on this one. First time offering the subscription edition of Nintendo Power 14. I don't know if those are more desirable or not. Having a subscription edition? Not 100% sure on that. Maybe someone has some
Fair warning.
some insight. January 2023 on Toe Jam and Earl. Wow. Yeah, that is quite a bit after the bubble, actually. That's a hell of a sale, man.
$190.
Like that Charizard King in Vegas who stacked up Pokemon and Charizards because he thought it'd be fun for the kids and might be worth something. Could have been a market avalanche.
$300.
Yeah, that's the whole Pokemon market just depends on Gary not passing away, right? Is that
$60.
Is that what you're telling me, Odin? There, as soon as Gary passes, Pokemon is done for. His estate will just have all Charizards and it all just crashes down.
$380.
The Rescue Rangers Nintendo Power went for $275 there. Nintendo Power number 27, 9.6. Wow. 2 and 9.6, one higher. Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge Game Boy game.
Fair warning.
You just love finding 45 copies of Sealed Darksiders 2. Yes. Just some true gems there. Either that or Dragon Age Inquisition. Exactly, Joseph. Those are the types of games that you find this overflow for. And even in that range of games, right? It's very unlikely we're going to find a massive overflow or overstock of early print copies of Gears of War or early print copies of Halo 3. Not that they're the rarest games in the world, right? But finding the early prints of those games just isn't really... It's not likely to happen.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Nintendo Power 27 going for $750 there. Into Street Fighter 2, Nintendo Power 38.
$160.
These Nintendo Powers are selling pretty solid tonight, actually. Like $750 for Super C, $275 for the Rescue Rangers, $750 again for Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge. Like, these are some considerable sales on Nintendo Power Mags tonight. Great example of why you should
Fair
have a
warning.
conversation and a written plan for your next of kin. Imagine amassing all those titles for your family basically gives them away. Yeah. It's insane. Like, you know, to think all
Fair
this
warning.
stuff is coming from an estate sale. I think like the transfer of ownership, right, was
Next
the
lot.
estate sale, sold it to
$4,
whoever the guy is,
$20.
and then the guy like passed it all on to Heritage now. So,
$24.
you know, it's unbelievable.
$28,
Truly unbelievable.
$32,
If you guys don't have a plan, I know it's a morbid topic, but like,
$40,
talk to a loved one and tell your loved one. They don't have to handle it themselves, right? But tell your loved one someone to contact. Tell them, like, if I pass away, contact this person. I don't care, like, you know, give them the Heritage address, right? Like, contact this person if I die. Contact, like, whoever you want to sell your stuff through, because even having a loved one deal with it is not what you want to have happen at all. Like, the last thing my family wants to do is sell all of my shit. I promise you, your family does not want to deal with your shit.
Next lot.
So give them an address
$220.
and or an email, contact, and like make it as easy as you can.
Fair warning.
Nintendo Power number 43, $275. Nintendo Power number 38 went for $243. Here's the last issue, 9.6. Nintendo Power $285. Almost 300, just shy of 300 there.
$110.
$275 for it. Group lot of 3, 8.5 on Felix, 9.0 on Mega Man 3, and the 4-player extra strategy guide up there in the top corner, 9.2. Looking for only like $150 here on the 3 of them. There we go, getting a little bit of love. Looking for $188 on them now. Did I hear about the potential Sonic Heroes remake? Wow, no, I didn't. I can't.
Fair warning.
I can't believe Sonic Heroes would get a remake.
$70.
My younger brothers played Sonic Heroes growing up, so like I'm pretty familiar with the game. Not a game that I think deserves a remake. Is that a hot take? Sonic Heroes wasn't great.
Lot.
It was fun, but you know what I mean? Like, does it need a remake? No, it doesn't. You heard Gary has 50 cases of Japanese Pokemon Red and Green. He'll be first in line for his estate. Yes. Increases in supply can also lead to more activity in the market, which longer term could also increase the value. Yes. Video games, especially super rare stuff, super desirable titles, there is a liquidity issue. There is a volume issue. Make no mistake. It's awesome that we have all these like Pop 1, ultra rare. Like, that's awesome, but at the end of the day, if you truly can't acquire anything in this hobby, if all the most desirable things are Pop 5, Pop 10, no one can enter into the hobby. Like, that is not a good thing. You know what I mean? You have to have some level of volume, some level of quantity.
Fair warning.
If you die, your wife says it's all going in the garbage.
Next lot.
What up, Greg, homie? New Wada cases held one yet? Yes, I like them way better. I like them way better, Crushing Game. The new Wada cases, in my opinion, way freaking better than the old ones.
Next lot. $40.
You remember there was some Hoarder House estate sale a year and a half ago that just had a ton of sealed games? Everything was nasty, but there were hundreds of them? Jeez.
Fair
We're going to have more Hoarder Houses for sure. That's the thing with video games is like, it's still very early. Nintendo NES, right? 1985, we haven't really even had the generational die-off yet. Like, think about how many people are going to have Hoarder Houses. Like,
fair warning.
I said it on the podcast, as we have to wait for everyone to die. But it's true. We have to wait for that first generation of people to pass away.
$55.
And then we get to see, like, okay, how much stuff were our parents holding? I mean, I'm 30. Some of you guys are the parents I'm talking about, so just go ahead and die already. But how much stuff are those parents holding? And that's going to be the big question. We haven't had that
$24.
That leak, that change of hands. You know what I mean? We're all just waiting for each other to die so we can come up big. Exactly. It's just an interesting thing, like comic books and stuff, you know, going all the way back to the 30s, 40s, 50s. Like, the original generation that bought all that stuff has already passed on, or a lot of them, you know what I mean?
Fair warning.
But with video games, 1985, we're still, like, a lot of the purchases of this stuff are still in the original purchase hands. They never have traded or been passed down or anything like that. We still have a ton of original buyers in this hobby.
$6.
That's the big difference with games versus other things.
Fair warning.
Tom Clancy, or Time
$8.
Commando, sorry, $51 there. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six for $40. Tonight's auction, of course, is sponsored by Heritage as well. Jesus, there's so much stuff for me to go through. I didn't even give you guys a plug. I'll make sure to hit a plug here soon, but we're almost done the auction. Sponsored by Heritage Auctions. Video games at ha.com. Make sure to reach out. We even had Cristiano in the chat here, hanging out with us.
$18.
Greg is so dreamy. Thank you, Wacko. What's up with the last issue of Nintendo Power? It's got this white stuff all over the cover. It might just be reflection. Yeah, it's a 9.6. I'm guessing it's like scuffs or inner liner stuff. It's very unlikely it's the book itself there. It could be contrast from the photos, scuffs on the acrylic, you know. Anything like that. It's extremely unlikely it's on the actual comic. You legit told your wife, send all your crap to Heritage? Yep. that's right. Like, as of now, yes, that's the plan for my girlfriend as well. If I were to die for whatever reason, like, just get my stuff out to auction.
Fair warning.
Just is what it is. Don't even deal with it. You know what I mean?
Next lot. $110.
Just get it out of your house. Get it out of your life.
$130.
Take the money and do something nice in my memory, you know? Go on a cruise. The Big Greg cruise. I don't know. Whatever they want to do. Obscure on Xbox. Little horror title here. I don't even know if we've had this at Heritage before. Only 4 copies on the Pop Report of the Xbox version. 9.08 plus on this one.
$160.
Die Already, sponsored by Heritage Auctions Estate Sales. Yeah, Adam, you're an old man. I saw those GameCubes you posted, Adam. Speaking exactly to what I'm talking about here. You graded what, 5 or 6 GameCube consoles, right? Brand new from 2000 to 2004. You are still the original owner of those. That's exactly what I'm talking about here.
$200.
Just go ahead and die already, Adam. Get that supply out to the market.
Fair warning.
You own GTA Vice City San Andreas and number 3, 9.88 plus first sprint. Oof. What do you think for which a realistic price you can sell them? Wow. Are you in the Discord, Benutzer? It'd be easier for me to do that in the to answer your question after. We no longer have the quick comp lookup, so I mean, I assume they're all close to $1,000 or more. 9.88 plus first print, like those are nice, man. But it's harder for me to do it on a live stream now. We no longer have Gamer Stonk, so doing price checks and stuff is a little bit slower, a little bit more tedious. Obscure going for $250, the 9.08 plus. Batman Arkham Asylum Collector's Edition. Big box here, VGA 85. That's cool. Really cool there.
$360.
You just sent off a sealed Xbox One Sonic Mania to SWAU to be signed by the voice of Sonic and Tails. That's cool. I don't know what SWAU is, though. Catherine, 85 plus, Love is Over Deluxe Edition, looking for 500 on the nose here. Catherine, also one of my favorite games of this generation. Like, Catherine is so fucking good. If you haven't played Catherine, go play it. Great title. Great title.
$480.
Looking for 600 here, looking for 688. Pushing its way up here. Tuning in just to see the first Tamagotchi on Heritage. Yes. When you die, please put me on a Viking boat encased by all of your slabs and then shoot many fiery arrows into it. Yes, Joe Kane, the best way to go out. When you die, no one can get your games. Take them to the grave with you.
Fair warning.
People say you can't take this stuff with you when you die. We'll prove them wrong. Catherine closed at $625 for the big box there. 85 plus. Really cool. Minecraft was a later production there, 9.6A plus or 139. This is Gundam Space Combat 3-in-1 from Bandai Electronics, 1981, I believe. Looks like a handheld LCD, kind of akin to a Game & Watch. Maybe? $99 for it there. This is also complete in-box Mickey Mouse Magical Castle LCD game here, PAL, from 1989. A little bit esoteric stuff here at the end of the auction.
$85.
The Mickey Mouse going for $55 bucks.
$110.
Tamagotchi, here it is.
$120.
Sealed original vintage Tamagotchi. This is actually really cool.
$190.
Like unironically, this is really cool. I never had a Tamagotchi as a kid, but I always really wanted one. This is something that should be collectible. Pushing its way up to almost $275, looking for over $300. The original Tamagotchi. Unreal. Unreal,
Fair
man.
warning. $280.
Last stage Xers who were a big audience for games in the 80s are comfortably sitting here in our mid to late 40s with years to go. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it, Skate Soup. But no, for sure, there's lots of years left for stuff to be found in this hobby. This hobby is young, relatively speaking.
Next lot. $1. $7.
Anyone find it interesting? Heritage decided to go with CGC for the latest find. Now that WATA was sold off, is a sign that Heritage won't be defaulting their services to WATA anymore. Do I know? I do not know, Mike.
$16.
I do not know. I don't know if that was the decision of Heritage, if the consignor had anything to say. I do not know how that works. It could be. Could be a sign that maybe CGC is getting more of a foothold. I don't know. It is interesting, though. The BTC halving in 3 days. What are your thoughts? Dump. Dump.
Next lot.
Dump.
$1.
And truly, doesn't
$2.
Bitcoin always dump after halvings? Isn't it like buy the rumor, sell the news?
$4.
Isn't it pretty cyclical at this point?
$6.
You know, the
$7.
halving was at the end of April.
$8.
You buy in March, you sell at the start of April, you buy again in like June. But I don't follow crypto nearly as closely anymore.
Warning.
I just feel like that was the cycle, like the last halving and the halving before that.
The auction is now closed. Thank you for participating.
If we're all waiting for the other people to pass on, maybe broaden the games we collect. That's the beauty of collecting Switch games, S-Block. You don't have to wait for anyone to die to get your hands on a copy of Breath of the Wild. MCM Comic Con London is where the Sonic Cast will be signing. That's cool. Catherine is a rare game. It's going for hundreds. You can buy yourself a standard print of Catherine very cheap. Like 30 US, you can get yourself like Xbox 360, PS3 copy of Catherine. There's a lot out there. A lot out there. Love is Over Deluxe Edition is more expensive for sure, but it's like surprising how cheap Catherine is. Lots of them out there. I don't know if they just printed that game into the dirt or what happened there. Yeah, when do we get unopened Furby, right? The frickin' Tamagotchi, too, sold for $350. Good old Tamagotchi. What gold poster, Super Garbage Day? You've been seeing Bitcoin and ETH ads 90% on YouTube lately? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, Benutzer. It could also, it could be alt season. Absolutely. We could see all of the money come out of Bitcoin and just start pumping altcoins. That also, like, I remember... Yeah, I don't follow crypto as closely. I just don't. I'm going to be watching from a distance. You know, I'm up to date on what prices are and stuff, but... You have a sealed GoldenEye 007. Who should you grade it with? I mean, my own opinion is WATA or CGC, but like, WATA, CGC, VGA, they're all pretty close in price right now. Can't really go wrong with any of the companies. Yeah. You sent in the first print Breath of the Wild Switch to be graded by CGC, looking for at least a 9.68++. That'd be nice, man. You heard your friend bought Mario Party banner and did you get it? Yes. Twisted Gaming, yes. I'm gonna unbox that on camera hopefully tomorrow. I don't want to share more details. It's gonna be a video. I did get it. It's at my house right now. Or at my parents' house. I'm going right after this stream, actually. I'm going to go pick it up, so... That is gonna hang proudly on my walls. If you're closely following the BTC halving, yeah, hit the like button, exactly, right? If you're closely following Bitcoin, like speaking about Bitcoin, make sure to hit the like button. Yes, WATA has a 20% discount right now, as does VGA, actually, Acqui. So WATA and VGA right now are $40 each if you use the discount code. WADA 20. Does anyone remember what the VGA code is? That's the WADA code right there. WADA 20. It is case sensitive. I don't know what the VGA code is now, though. Someone can probably put it in chat, so. Yeah, you can save 20% with both of those companies. Right now, WADA for another 3 days, VGA until the end of the month. Someone knows it. Someone will know the VGA code, Jordan. Yeah, CGC in general is still cheaper, actually. So, also something to keep in mind. There it is. CGA New Year 2024. There it is. That looks correct, Poker Face. It's right around there. VGA code equals sealed GameCube systems, yeah. Who grades the harshest? Probably VGA, to be honest with you. Just because VGA puts your box and your seal as a single grade. So, in order to get high grade VGA, you need like a perfect box and a perfect seal. Whereas with the other companies, you know, you can get away with a really nice box and a kind of dumpy seal, or vice versa, you know? VGA probably is the harshest. Yeah, all service levels with WADA. Arno. All service levels. Cam went blurry. Am I back? Is the cam good? I think cam's good here. I'm looking good on my end. Looking good on my end. But at the top of the auction, we did have the Soul Silver VGA 90 for 1,625 Pokemon games. Man, they just don't go down in value. Hey, I mean they did, but you know what I mean. Like Soul Silver VGA 90, still 1,600 bucks. We had a couple of these sell. Were they 90s? Were they 95s? What did we see? VGA 90 just went for 1,920. VGA 90 also 1,560. Yeah, I mean, VGA 90, 1,560 as well. July 28th, 2023. Like, they're just floating in this 1,500 to 2,000 range. And they've been doing it now for like, I mean, we're coming up on a year. That's just kind of where it's settled for right now. Right underneath it was the huge lot there of 100 pieces of manuals, posters, all that good stuff selling for $1,562. Heart gold as well, 85 plus, $1,500 there. I would much rather have the 90 Soul Silver for about the same price. 85 plus is good, but it is not a 90. Bust a Move, 9.08, probably the biggest surprise of the entire auction here. $1,250. That's wild, man. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan, 8.08 plus, closing at $812 as well. Nintendo Power number 27 went for $750. Nintendo Power number 12 went for $750. And the Brainies, 9.28 plus as well for $718.75. At the other side of the auction, where's the game? We had that Atari Star Raiders thing, did $32. Those notepads did $33. The 2 trading cards sold for $35. Where's the game? Where's the game? There it is. One game that sold for less than every other game in the auction today. Rainbow Six, 8.5B plus. Could have been yours for a cool $40. Every auction, there's always one. There's always has to be a loser. Tonight, it's Rainbow Six. You trust CGC? For sure. I mean, like, for sure. There's genuinely nothing wrong with all 3 companies right now. You never grade anything, but you want to sell it, so you need to grade it? Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, you have a black label copy, right, Warfighter? It's like a standard release copy of GoldenEye. PS1 Aquanauts Holiday is still pop 1 at WADA. Maybe you should send yours in. Dude, do people buy Aquanauts? Oh my god. Aquanauts Holiday? Like, does that game sell? Is it actually liquid? I know it's rare as heck and people talk about Aquanauts Holiday, but like, does it actually sell? Oh, it's player's choice. Dude, I was really hoping you had a standard print one there. Really hoping you were going to tell me you had a standard one. Last time you went to Target, you noticed that all the DVDs have Y-folds. You got worried about the authenticity of your PS2 games? Yeah, Y-folds, I mean, Y-folds pretty standard on everything. Like, even with PS2, Y-Fold's pretty much the standard. CCT hanging out in Hong Kong. Jesus. Aquanaut's Holiday. Yeah, what is it, right? I actually don't know what the hell it is other than it's rare. Like, I don't, what is the game? I really don't know. Let's see what Wikipedia tells us. What the fuck is Aquanaut's Holiday? Underwater simulation in which the player assumes the role of an overworked marine explorer who returns to the water for pleasure after having brought harmony to the world's oceans. Aquanaut's Holiday was followed by a few Japan-exclusive games. A first-person perspective and consists primarily of the player exploring vast stretches of ocean. You would discover underwater ruins and treasure, and you communicate with underwater creatures. No time limits, no enemies, no obstacles. The objective is to explore, to build a large coral reef, and to attract a wide variety of fish. It sounds kind of fun. Yeah, very liminal. Very liminal. I can see why it didn't, why it's very rare. In Japan, apparently it sold more than 200,000 units. That's actually a lot. But just in general, I can understand why this is a rare game. Yeah, it does sound like Endless Ocean. I agree. That's exactly what it sounds like, actually. I agree with you. Kind of the same vibe there. Is really every game in the CGA VGA Pop Report? Assumedly.
Love the channel, Greg. Keep up the good
Poker
work,
face
bro.
with the 5 dude.
Flex
Let's
them
go.
guns for us. Lol.
Flex the guns for us? I mean, for $5. There you go. We'll do a little back and forth. For the $5, I gotta give the people what they want. Much appreciated, Poker Face. Much appreciated, man. Not looking to sell anytime soon, mostly to less worry about it damaged. Yep. Yeah, I grade a lot of stuff just for the protection. Like, the protection offered by grading is so underrated by people outside of this hobby. It's Africa, but underwater. Yes. That and EO are amazing to just chill the fuck out without the chemistry needing to be involved. You're excited about the new Endless Ocean? I've never played any of them. That voice could be made to say some interesting things. It sure could. It sure could. Yeah, only the OGs remember Greg's long hair. Yeah, I look back at those old videos, man, and I can't even believe I had that long hair. It's insane. Absolutely insane. But on that note, you guys, videogames@ha.com to reach out. In the description of the video, you can also find the upcoming auctions. It's last call for a couple of things here. I'm pretty sure it's last call. Yeah, the 6th Generation and Beyond Showcase auction. The deadline is April 23rd. That's next Tuesday. So if you want to get into the next 6th Generation and Beyond Showcase auction, reach out. Reach out sooner rather than later. You have literally 1 week to get in there. The auction's taking place June 6th, as well as the Japanese Video Game Showcase auction. Consignment deadline is coming up at the end of the month. So if you want to be in the June auction for Japanese games, again, we're getting very, very close to consignment deadlines here. Still taking out consignments for the, where's the signature coming up? The August signature is coming up. Consignment deadline July 2nd. Of course, always taking consignments for the weekly auctions we watch right here on YouTube every single Tuesday. Huge thanks to Heritage sponsoring. Huge thanks to you guys being here. You've been waiting 10 days for Heritage to get back to you. Is that normal? I mean, I would say no. Maybe send another email, Jesse. That does sound kind of long. Yeah, maybe send another email. Send another one. Ping them again. Maybe they'll get back to you more. But on that note, you guys, appreciate you coming out. Big news in the hobby. Join the Discord if you're not. We're always talking about whatever happening, right? Breaking news happens in the Discord, so join up in there. Link in the description. Have a great night, you guys, and I will see you next Tuesday. Good night, guys. If they ignore email, call. There you go. Call them if you have to.